All right, welcome back. We might as well do this tonight rather than doing it first thing in the morning because we're going to be on an airplane tomorrow. Not early, but I mean we have to be at the airport relatively early, and we have to pack everything up. So I'm making sure that the strip is in the background. You can see the part of the strip here, part of the high roller, and over here you've got
the fountains.
You've got Bellagio way over here. And that's the flamingo.
Paris.
So,
there.
yeah. Anyways, today was a fun day. I think it was better than yesterday. I will go out on a limb and say it was better than yesterday. I mean, that's a crazy limb to go out on and all. But I have to drink all my fluids. I don't want to have to stick them in my check baggage. Because you can't take them on the plane.
We're also really good at making sure at the end of the day, I've barely drank anything. Need to drink all the liquids now.
Yeah. So, this morning we went to a drag brunch.
Yes.
I'm trying to remember. So, we've got their card here. So, here's the Voss Presents Drag Brunch. Drag Brunch Vegas. And tomorrow they will have a picture of the 4 drag queens in question with my wife and I in the picture. Also, one of the drag queens took a video.
Yeah, Yara Sophia.
With Yvonne for our daughter Adelaide, because
Adelaide really likes Yara.
Yara was Adelaide's favorite drag queen.
Yara was like, video.
So,
that
yeah,
was great.
She was excited about that. Yara was also the one that bought me on the head.
It really liked Shannon. Shannon had some fans.
It was weird.
At the brunch.
It was weird. So first off,
him.
Immediately the host talked to me first.
Yeah.
And immediately said, "So you're straight?"
Yeah.
There was no. He might be gay. There was no question about whether or not I was straight, which is good. I think that's good. There's no vibe that I'm giving off to somebody. I don't want to disappoint somebody. Or get somebody's hopes up, right?
That could happen.
So
I mean, because.
But the host was good, and then
so funny.
During their individual performances,
Shannon had some fans.
Yara came over to me twice, and I think she liked me. It was funny, but again, being a straight man in the room. There was the one older.
There were a couple.
There was one
guys.
older gentleman behind
gosh,
you that got a lap dance. I think he got 2.
Couple.
And he was red-faced both times, but
attention.
he was smiling. He was having the time of his life.
It was so funny
because he was there with his wife and I think with his daughter as well. So that was funny. And the host with all the sex-related humor. With, okay, so you're getting married and that's your future mother-in-law.
Oh my
god! And the jokes that were made there, I was like, man, I don't know. But then made jokes about you and I too, and I didn't deny anything.
That was funny.
Because the host speculated on her sex life, and I mean,
stop.
It was funny.
Internet, stop.
It was funny, but it was funny. I got a kick out of that. So, anyways. That was a fun time. The food at the brunch was but I mean it's a buffet. Buffet food is always going to be a little bit meh, but the performances were good. I really enjoyed all 4 of them, and they just seemed to be very happy.
The male dancers too.
The male dancers were fantastic. They were legit fantastic.
Very talented. Yeah.
And I thought I even had you raise up the money to give a couple of singles to the guy because
Shannon's
he earned those singles. He was dancing in front of you, and you had that money down there, and so I just take her elbow and nudged it so that the hand came up because I was like, yeah, no, you got to give. He's working hard for that, and you've got to let him have those singles. So. The dancers were really good. The show was good. The music, I was singing along with Physical. I was singing along with all the Dua Lipa songs that they were playing. That might have got some attention too. People don't seem to dance as much as they just dancing in your chair. Just pop. And I look around and I'm like, why aren't people doing that here? Like, everybody was drinking. I wasn't drinking. I stayed sober because I've had half of a drink. in Las Vegas, half of a can of Mike's Hard lemonade, and I had a hangover the next morning. So people that think, oh, Shannon's a drinker, I can't. I actually get a hangover immediately. So yeah, I was sober, and I'm dancing around to the music, and I look around, I'm like, nobody else is doing it. Why isn't anybody else dancing around? These are great songs. Maybe my playlist is for gay men. I realized that today.
Oh, definitely.
There were a lot of songs that they were playing. I was like,
absolutely. Yeah.
yeah, I like that
true.
song. Yep, I like that song. Yep, that song's fantastic.
It's fun.
Yep, that one too. They're boppy,
Yeah.
they're dancey. They're ones I use on my treadmill, and there you go. The host had calves like I do. He works out. There's a lot of working out that they do. They're all in shape. So that was.
Have to for dancing 4 hours a day.
Oh man, that was and heels.
Yes.
Heels, platforms,
4
and heels.
hours in heels.
I admire that. That's really that's some hard work, and it has
He's
to be
not
tough.
a young guy.
And it has to be tough to keep coming up with that energy level for every single show throughout the day. It has to kind of wear it sometimes. So that was enjoyable. If you like to have brunch and if you don't get offended by sex humor, the drag brunch is a lot of fun. It is a lot of people crammed into kind of a small spot. So I mean, we did all right, but it is a lot of people crammed into a small spot. And then we did some wandering around, some shopping, because it was our last day in Vegas. So get your shopping done. Means getting your tchotchkes and all your little fun stuff to take home to children or to yourselves.
You get stuff for the kids.
Vegas pens, Vegas candy, Vegas
cards.
Vegas
cards
playing cards.
Yeah, we got the boys.
I grabbed a couple of decks of cards that were from the Strat. So they have cards that are actually from like decks from casinos. The Strat was the only one that I was really interested in. The other ones, sadly, there was nothing from Excalibur, nothing from Aria, nothing. I was like, really, you guys don't have anything from Aria or Excalibur? So maybe I'll shop online and see, because it would be a lot of fun to have one deck for every hotel we've stayed at. That's actually been used in the casino. I think that would be a lot of fun. So we also took the tram, or not the tram, the monorail. We took the monorail. Well, we did take the tram today too, but we took the monorail, and again, it really cuts down on time, and by which I mean we went to the Sahara. We went into the Sahara.
Wandered around.
We wandered for maybe 10 minutes and went, okay.
All right, we've been here.
So we've been through the Sahara. I saw a pigeon that looked like it had a broken wing.
The poor pigeon, yeah.
And I talked to him for a while.
I would like to take the pigeon home.
And I kept thinking, if I could get him to let me pick him up, and then I thought, well, what would I do with a pigeon? I can't carry him through the casino. They're garbage birds. I understand people see them as disease bags. So if I'm carrying a pigeon, people are going to be like, keep your hands away from me. Yvonne wouldn't want me like grabbing on her after I've been holding a pigeon. So
I like birds to look at.
I felt bad for him. I got close.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to get too close and spook him and make him upset. But I'm like that. If there's an animal that's hurt, it doesn't matter what it is. If there's a bird that's hurt, it doesn't matter what it is.
It doesn't matter if it's hurt. If
I
there's
will.
an animal, you have to go and talk to it.
Yes.
All the animals.
But that's one of the things you like about me, though.
Yes, and animals follow him around.
I do have a way with animals.
Yes, you definitely do.
I think if I had breadcrumbs for that pigeon, I probably could have petted his nose. That was my thought process, was I could probably pet the bridge of his nose if I had breadcrumbs. I'd probably have to sit cross-legged in front of him so he knows that I'm not going to make any sudden movements at him. But maybe he'd crawl up in my lap. Maybe you'd be getting videos of me with my new pigeon friend, and I'd be trying to smuggle him through TSA tomorrow.
No. Okay, no.
I just, I'm like that, and it's a pigeon. I'm never going to see it again. But all I could think was, poor thing, broken wing, and he's out in Vegas, and it's hot, and there's no food around here. And there's nobody I can report it to. There's not a pigeon rescue. There's not like a 916. 916. What's your emergency? It's a pigeon at the Sahara. Oh, okay, sir. We'll send somebody out immediately. We'll send out one of our best pigeon officers, and we'll fix the pigeon. not a dork.
So hard.
I've spent more time talking about the pigeon than
I
I
know.
heard about the
People
brunch.
are gonna be like, "What in the world?"
I felt bad for the pigeon, all right? He's stuck in the heat in the desert. His friends are probably all off frolicking together at the Bellagio, having babies. He's got a broken wing and he's stuck at the Sahara. Poor thing. We went into the Bellagio and I heard, I nudged the table, I'm sorry, I'm making the camera shake. But I was going to the Bellagio and I could hear baby pigeons. They've got their nests up in the archways in front of it. So that was fun going through the Bellagio and all that and taking the tram. But the monorail's fun. And again, if you come to Vegas and if you haven't taken the monorail before, it goes all the way from MGM Grand down to Sahara. I would recommend not going that far. But it does go that far. It tells you here are casinos that you can reach from the monorail.
Some of them,
it's a lie.
You can't actually.
It's a lie.
Like if you take a bus,
it'd be like me saying,
way.
hey, so if you just come to Abbotsford, it's right next to Chilliwack.
Right.
You know, like you can't miss Chilliwack. If you're in Abbotsford, you can just just get off the bus in Abbotsford and just have a little walk to Chilliwack.
It's just a jaunt over there.
It's right there. You can see it. It's right up against the mountains. You can't miss it. But yeah, so the monorail was fun and all that. It saves a lot of time.
Just did it just for looking at stuff.
And then we came into MGM's from an angle we hadn't before.
Yeah.
And we saw parts of the MGM Grand we hadn't before. MGM Grand is big. It's huge. Now, what I'm wearing right now is my Cirque du Soleil jacket. I've decided since we've seen a Cirque show every time we've come to Vegas that I wanted a generic Cirque du Soleil hoodie because all of the Cirque shows are absolutely fan-flipping-tastic. We saw O tonight at the Bellagio. There is no discernible plot, but there wasn't with Ka either. I mean, there was the ship.
No, Ka had a bit of a plot.
There was the ship, but
this one really didn't.
Humanity didn't really have a plot either.
No, Ka had a bit of a plot though.
But this one, it was. There was some fun stuff with it. It is terrifying. I do not know how they jump from that high up. Like we're talking at least, I'm guessing 150 feet in the air.
Yeah.
I would guess at least 100. And I mean, they are hitting a body of water that's relatively small, and they're coming so close to hitting the edge that, I mean, Yvonne and I were both gasping watching this. They are remarkable acrobats, remarkable gymnasts, and just the show is just mind blowing. I would say that of the shows we've watched, might be my favorite. I know Love is still your favorite.
I really like Love.
But I now think that my favorite is
One of the cool things about the Cirque shows here compared to like the traveling ones that come to Vancouver, the sets.
Oh my gosh.
Are amazing.
First thing I said when we sat down, we saw the curtain and I said, I wonder how big that set is.
Oh my gosh.
And the set is absolutely massive.
But it's so cool. It's like moving around and changing.
And it's all about water. It's all basically the setup is everything is water related. And they were raising platforms and lowering platforms and moving platforms. And all I kept thinking was, there is somebody right now who's working all these controls.
There were so many scuba divers.
If there is any error, if there's any misstep, somebody could get badly injured or worse.
Yeah.
And it is so impressive how all of this functions and we don't hear about accidents. Like, there was the one dive that they took where all three of them dove into the pool. And it was a small pool they were diving into. They didn't have the whole thing. Because I thought, well, if all three of them are going to dive, they're going to drop the platforms. Nope. And I was absolutely stunned. There's one, too, where they make it look like it's somebody from the crowd.
Oh, yeah.
That gets pulled up.
Twice that.
And he falls off.
Yeah.
At least it looks like he falls off the scaffolding. It's not really a diving board. Didn't really have a diving board up there. It was a platform. But he hit that water, and I think he hit it like his legs first.
No,
but he didn't.
Did good. He did land good. He made it
Did
look
he?
like It looked like
because
he
he's
was
flailing,
but he still hit the water good.
Because, man,
Otherwise,
that
it could have hurt.
that was
But
terrifying.
he did land well.
Most of them landed feet first.
Yes.
Which to me is just, it looks so bizarre. But I know that would help because your feet are stronger. They don't have the sensitive skin that other parts of your body might. And it breaks the water.
Yes.
As long as it breaks the surface. So, O was absolutely great show. I really enjoyed it. So I got the Cirque du Soleil shirt. She got an O sweatshirt.
It's sparkly.
And, yeah, what else did you get today? Wasn't there other stuff you got yourself today, too?
I got the kids little things at the Vegas store. Just like
I'm
Vegas
gonna try to
candies.
find that white jacket with the studs. I'm gonna try to find that for you somewhere.
Yeah, they have such fun.
That
stores
jacket
here.
looked absolutely awesome.
That was
And if
fun.
you wore that with one of your sparkly dresses, well, then you can go to the opera, and I'll see you later. I'm not going to the opera, but you have to go to the opera if you get a jacket like that. So that was a lot of fun. There was a lot of stuff we never went to T-Mobile.
No, we played shuffleboard. That was fun.
Well, yes, because one of the ladies that makes patterns,
Yeah, one of my friends.
that Yvonne had never met in person.
I have a lot of friends I've never met.
We met her at the Cosmopolitan
No, for years.
and played some shuffleboard at the Cosmopolitan with her, like the tabletop shuffleboard. And it's like curling. So I was like, all right, I can get with this because it's like curling.
We made up how you play shuffleboard. We
all fine.
played curling
We
on a
curled,
table.
yeah.
I'm not sure how you really
So
play
if
shuffleboard, but we did it.
I
Curling
pushed
rules.
it and it didn't go far enough, I'm like, yeah, I put up a guard.
Yeah.
I put up a guard. All right, now I'm going to try to play around the guard. No, I played did my draw weight instead, which I think throws people off because I'm saying this stuff and I'm thinking, around Americans they may not understand draw weight.
They didn't know.
They may not understand, get it to the button,
didn't
hurry,
understand.
hard, right off, way off.
Harder.
My favorite thing in curling is when they let go of the rock and they realize there's way too much, either too much spin or there's too much weight. It's going too fast and they're like way off, meaning don't brush, don't do anything, try to hope it slows down on its own. And yeah, so there were a couple times I said that and people wouldn't know what that means. So, but yeah, it was fun. It was fun playing that for a while.
Yeah.
The salt on the table was interesting. I didn't know they did that. I had no idea.
That's fun.
So, but it made it. Maybe we need to start putting sand on games we play
No,
and see if that makes it better.
we will not.
We could though.
Nope.
So we're going home tomorrow. We're excited. We are staying. People have been asking where we're staying. We've kept quiet about it. We're staying at the Vdara. I can say that because we're leaving in the morning. But it's been a good stay. It's a nice hotel. Because this week was very expensive, I wanted to stay at Aria, but it priced itself out. It was
What
really
he means
priced
that
out.
it's expensive is because school starts here next week, and
Yeah.
so this is one of the more expensive times of summer.
Very busy week. And
2 years ago when we were going to come in summer, the second week of August, the price dropped significantly.
Yeah.
But this is the week that worked because our kids were doing their things.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
when you have 3 children, you don't always have a whole
So
lot
I
of choice
went-
when you go on holiday.
I went with the Vdara, which is right next to the Aria, and honestly, it worked out well. We did try shooting videos outside. We did try on the strip, but
so
good
hard.
luck finding a spot that's either quiet or doesn't have copyrighted music, or
There's music
both.
everywhere, or there's
Noise.
There's like the big motors from the air conditioners, the huge air conditioners for the hotels, because
And
those are
it's
kind of
just-
like in the back, and
it's
then in the
deafening.
front there's music, or there's
And then you
the
have traffic.
Darn party buses.
The party
But
buses this
parking-
week are
we found-
insane. I understand it.
We
but
found
they're
one
crazy.
place that worked, and as soon as we started filming, a party bus parked right beside us.
And then it just stayed there. And people got
Wow.
off the bus, and the bus driver just stood there, and I was like,
With
okay,
the doors open, lights are
we're
flashing.
not moving. So I was going to do the Huberto video outside, and I couldn't. There was nowhere to go, and
We
yeah,
tried. We
it
went
just
on a walk for a bit trying to find a place. But
Yep. It was not pleasant. In terms of eateries, this week's been tough too because it feels like the soda's often watered down. I've given up on buying sodas from restaurants, so I'll go to Walgreens. So again, if people are going to come stay here, if you're going to buy fast food, the fast food itself is fine, but the soda, I've tried 4 different sodas from 3 different restaurants. None of them have tasted good. They've all tasted watered down. And so, and I know it's not ice because I don't put ice in them. So it's just, so either they're not changing the bibs and they're running out of syrup and they just don't realize it, or it's just watered down. But either way, it's not pleasant. So I just go to Walgreens or CVS for my soda. So I did that today, and of course we don't have the Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar at home. We just have regular Diet Dr. Pepper. So sadly, this is the last of these I'm going to have for a while. I'm going to miss you. I'm going to miss you so much.
You dork.
I'm going to miss you. You take care of yourself, and I'll be back for more of you some other time, okay? Don't you let them make you limited edition either. Don't you put up with that crap. Do you hear me? Okay. I swear it's just Dr. Pepper. I don't drink. But yeah, so yeah, it was a good week. I think we had a good time. We've gotten better at planning things out, and one thing we did this week too, which is different than what we used to do. We committed that this was vacation time for us. This was our first vacation for 3 years. So I pre-recorded videos for the hockey channel, knowing that
Shannon pre-recorded so many videos.
Yeah, it was 20, and so I was like, okay, I'm pre-recording videos. We'll do videos like this for the entertainment guy. I'll do news videos on the hockey channel when I need to, and then from there, I'm going to make sure that it's all, recorded stuff that's getting posted. There are some people that haven't been happy, but I don't care because
Agreed.
I think I needed the downtime. One thing that it does, it means that I've spent the last week not spending every waking moment thinking about hockey and hockey videos. So when I get home tomorrow, I expect to have more creative thoughts. I've even been thinking about, like, when I do my season previews, doing them completely different.
Yeah.
I want to do them completely different. So, hey.
Oh, it's like my
Nice.
Beatles jacket.
Nice. That's fun. Does that make it a girl's? Guys
No.
don't have those.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
Guys' jackets do.
I've never had a guy's jacket like that.
Well, you do now?
Well, you have to sew this so they become finger gloves like Rocky, and then I can be
No.
Sylvester Stallone.
My Beatles jacket's like that, which is a Cirque jacket.
But that's not for guys then.
It
I'll just get you to sew this so I can wear it.
Dork.
Look, I got hit on by drag queens. I can't be wearing a
Yeah,
girl's jacket
you're
after
cute.
that. I can't be wearing...
Okay,
And-
but you also
and
got
not only
hit
that-
on by some girls afterwards.
Well,
there
now-
were ladies that were
now-
thinking Shannon was pretty darn awesome.
Now, that had to do with drinking, too. There was one...
Hey, they weren't all drinking.
But there was the one lady who was...
She was
hitting on me pretty good.
She had enjoyed the open bar.
She was hitting on me pretty good, and so her arm was touching mine completely, and I was like, oh, okay, so that I know what that is. And then I think she looked at you and said, "Oh, are you his lady?"
No, she asked if I was your sister.
What?
Remember?
I didn't hear that.
Yeah, that's how she started, was asking if I was your sister, and I said no. We're married, and she says, "Oh, well, I didn't want to assume because some people get all upset by that."
Why would people get upset by assuming
I
that
don't
we're
know.
married?
I don't know, but
Why
yeah,
would we
she
get
first
upset by that?
Guessed that I was your sister.
She was
really drunk
she liked me, but
for 1 o'clock.
but let's be
There were-
honest, there were not a lot of straight guys,
No, but
and there
were
weren't a
few-
lot of straight guys my age either.
No, but there were a few women that, even when Shannon wasn't near me, a few women came up to me and told me that
Because
I had a pretty awesome husband.
I don't-
because they talked to the drag queens, talked to him during the show.
Because I don't
They came up to him during the show, so
I don't think it's a big deal. I think it's
That's
fine.
fine.
I don't think that by being in direct contact with a drag queen or two that I'm suddenly
It's
going to
contagious.
start becoming gay. So I
you don't think that's
I don't
how
think
it
that's going to
works?
happen. No, I don't think so.
I don't know, maybe.
I think it's gonna happen. So I really
Catch the gay.
I had a good time. I told them when we came out when we had pictures taken, I thought they looked fabulous. Did a really good job. The host was impressed when I said that. I don't know if you heard when I told you that.
No, I was busy talking to Yara.
But yeah, I told her. I said, you did a really good job, very entertaining, and thank you so much. And she shook my hand, and so they were great. I thought they did a really really good job. And the one there that he's what 67.
60 something.
So I think he's 67, and the funny thing is that towards the end of the lip syncing dancing he was doing, takes the wig off, and the host says, "That's somebody's grandpa."
Yep.
Just keep in mind that's somebody's grandpa, which I thought was really funny. And yeah, I mean they don't take any of it seriously, so I think it's fun. I thought it was a lot of fun, so I'd recommend that. I'd recommend Vegas in general because of course I would. I had a great time this week. One thing we didn't get to do, I'm going to give a shout out to Vegas Hot Air Balloons. They were trying to get us in there up until today. It just didn't work for us. There was the one day where they could have got us in, but we were of the thought that we weren't able to get in that day, so we stayed up late the night before.
It was tricky with the weather because there was the they call it a monsoon system.
The monsoons and the winds, the crosswinds,
oh
they
gosh.
can't fly.
It was so windy.
Yeah, they can't fly with certain amount of winds. So it was tough for them to get us in, but they tried. And so the next time we come here, absolutely we will do that because next time hopefully won't be monsoon season, and so we'll do that. But Vegas Hot Air Balloons, they take you out to the valley and fly you around, and it's about a 45-minute trip, and it takes about 6 hours out of your day apparently, but you start at about 3:30 in the morning, and by the time they bring you back to the trip, it's about 10 o'clock, 10:30. Because they start at sunrise because it's hot, so they want to make sure they're not taking you up there when it's 40 degrees, so they want to make sure it's somewhat reasonable. But yeah, so that was an offer we had that sadly we couldn't take them up on, but we will do that next time, and so free plug their way, and thanks for them trying their best to squeeze us in there. And yeah, we will do that hopefully next time. But we did get to do the high roller this time, which isn't really the same thing, but in a similar amount of time. And we got to do a lot of the stuff that we wanted to do this week. We really did. So I think we maximized our time, our shopping as well, and we're not broke. Yeah. We're not leaving here broke. We're not leaving here broke. We're not leaving here having sold off any of our children. Our pets are all still ours. Our vehicle still belongs to us. There's nobody waiting outside to, kneecap me with a crowbar because I didn't pay off my debts. Like, I don't have any of that to worry about. I'm doing well. And we did well.
The key is you don't gamble.
We used, like I said in an earlier video, we used our free play from our Vegas points.
As soon as we
we
cashed out.
Between the two of us, we came out with almost $200. And yeah, we just cashed out. What they want you to do is to use your free play money and then, keep playing, because you'll see that you've made that amount of money and go, wow, I'm up this amount of money, and keep playing. And obviously eventually that money will go away, because that's how slot machines work. But we understand that. We're not gambling addicts. We understood what was going on, so we did well there, I thought. So yeah, there you go. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below, as always, regarding Vegas and all that. But it's been good. Vegas, they've been good hosts. I didn't get recognized all week. I really think a lot of it has to do with me not wearing hockey jerseys and me just blending into crowds, and we stayed on the strip. I think if we'd gone out to, say, the practice facility, if we'd gone out to Henderson, anything like that, I think, I definitely would have been recognized. But it's kind of been nice. And again, I think it's a good reset for me that I get to take that mental break, because I never do that. I never take that mental break. Every day I get up, I go straight onto the set, and I'm straight into work mode, and multiple boards are going, and so I haven't had to do that for a week, and I think it'll benefit this channel and the main channel as well. I think it's going to benefit both. So there you go, with my Cirque jacket and Yvonne wearing her very Canadian looking dress.
I'm wearing my Canadian
which
dress.
The pattern was designed by the young lady that we met up with today. So there you go. Did she know? Did she recognize the pattern?
Oh yeah, she knows.
Did she? Okay. Did you tell her beforehand you were going to wear a pattern that she
No,
designed?
she knows. She's seen my dresses. I test patterns for her, so she sees.
So there you go.
She sees all my clothes.
There you go.
Don't you worry.
All right, there you go.
She did ask me, "Oh, did you wear that one dress that you made?" Because she knew some of the clothes I was bringing because I had just made them.
Yeah. All right.
So.
There you go. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I hope you've enjoyed the travel vlogs that we've been doing this week.
Travel ramblings.
When we get home, one thing I intend to do is go through all the shows that we've seen in Vegas and try to rank them.
All of them? Well, we'd have to write them down just so we remember all of them.
Yes.
Because we've seen a lot of different shows.
Yes, but I'd like to do some kind of a ranking of them and pros and cons. Well, not even cons, just pros of each show. Pros of each show.
We've seen all sorts of different kinds of acts.
We really have. I think we could. We do
I was
a
even
good,
thinking
good video
of
on that.
The ones that we saw just on this trip. We saw such a variety. It is really hard to say, well, this one was the best, because really, what do you consider best?
Each one has something different going for it.
Yeah, they're so different.
Yeah, so there you go. Thank you guys so much. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And hey, thank you guys so much for all your support. I will talk to you again soon enough.